Welcome to Of Course You're Invited, where real friends bring real stories. I'm Vanessa, and today we are joined by the wonderful Jasmine Douglas, founder of Babes and Waves. And she's not alone. She's brought a close friend, Zoe. And I'm going to let them introduce each other.
I'm Jasmine, and I brought along with me my wonderful companion. I brought along Zoe.
Groupon.
Thanks.
She is just like one of the coolest people that I know, and coincidentally, one of my healthiest friendships. So I thought she'd make me look really good. So Zoe does a bunch of stuff. She, at the moment, her main gig is she's a social video producer at GQ. So she literally just does like red carpets all the time, mingling with celebrities. On the side, she has like a million like freelance video stuff generally that she does. She's also an international model. I forgot about
International
that.
is crazy.
It's
I feel like European wide will suffice.
Just
EMEA.
EMEA, that's the one. This is Jasmine. Jasmine is the CEO, founder of Babes on Waves, which, I mean, I feel like we'll get into this eventually, but Bao is kind of like where I started doing a lot of my video work. So I have Jazz to thank basically for my entire career. Jazz also hosts really amazing retreats. I still haven't been on one, but that's in the pipeline.
So let's take it to the beginning, because you already touched on that, something that I didn't know. But you presumably met through Bao. Is that right?
No, so we met before Bao. So Zoe and I have like known each other. So when did we meet? So I think we met when I was 21.
It would have been 29 or
19 or something.
Yeah.
And what's funny about mine and Zoe's friendship is that we've really like been consistent throughout so many different stages like of our lives. So Zoe's known me like pre-Babes on Waves, literally just like I think it was my last year of university, just like in that like going out stage. So yes, we met at a pre's or no, we met at
It was an afters.
We met at an afters.
It was an afters. Also, I was friends with Jazz's brother before I was friends with her.
So according to my receipts, so
Okay,
I invited
okay.
you out the next day to Jaded,
The
of course,
next
the
day?
Yeah, it was in that era.
Right.
I was like, babes, we're going to Jaded. Do you want to meet you there? Like 5 a.m.
Stunning.
whatever. And then you were like, oh, I think I'm too tired.
Really?
Yeah, which surprises me.
Lame. Yeah.
I think we must have like run into each other a few times out, but we didn't actually message again for like a year and a half. Yeah. And
I remember there being like a gap. I remember it being like really intense at the beginning, because also I remember seeing her at this afters and being like, no offense, all the people that I was going out with were just like white boys. So obviously I see like a woman of color at the afters. I'm like, who is she? So yeah, I was obsessed. But then yeah, there was a big gap between the initial raving. What was
Yeah.
the next like?
The next touch point was,
Yeah.
I think it was about work. I'm pretty sure it was you messaging me, because I think we on Instagram, we were like Instagram friends for a while. And then the next message was about you coming to assist at the first shoot for Babes on Waves. So it was like right when I'd launched, and I was doing like my own photo shoot to get like imagery for the website. And Zoe had reached out because you obviously like did photography and stuff, and asked if I think I was looking for like assistance, and you
Yep.
like replied. And so the next touch point was like business. And then from that I was so impressed because she showed up with like, and like Vanessa, you know me, like anything organization, I'm like. And Zoe showed up with like folders on folders, like pictures of people with their names, and just like so organized. And then so Zoe became my assistant then and started working for Bao.
I also remember that becoming your assistant, it came at a good time because I'd finished uni and I was modeling at uni, but when I graduated, I thought like, oh my God, I'm just going to be a full-time model. I'm going to be making money, traveling the world. And that just didn't really happen. So I was like, okay, I need to get an actual job, which is kind of ghetto. But then the person that was Jazz's assistant ghosted her for like a week.
Oh my God, I don't remember that.
I remember that, yeah, because you posted something on your close friends like, guys,
No,
I need an assistant, someone help. And I was like,
Oh my God.
ooh.
Wow. The problem also, but this will become very apparent throughout this
I'm gonna take these
podcast,
off
is
now.
my memory like resets like every 2 years. So I don't really have memories like from beyond 2 years ago.
Selective.
Yeah, same.
Which could be a sign of trauma apparently, but
It's also it's a great sign of strength.
Yeah, exactly.
exactly, you just gotta like refresh to keep it moving.
Positive mental
Yeah.
attitude.
PMA.
So I don't remember that. Yeah.
So when was the moment when your friendship shifted from like casual and then you're like, okay, no, like this is a connection that I actually want to foster?
Ooh.
That's a good question. I feel like I'm hazy on that exact moment because for a while we were like working together. then I feel like we became friends, but we still weren't that close.
Yeah.
And I think it was when like I stopped working for you. I feel like there was another gap.
Yeah, we definitely have had like a few gaps in speaking, but I think it was probably after you stopped working with me, we didn't speak. Well, we spoke, but we just didn't hang out that much.
Yeah.
But I don't think there was like an exact moment of like, now we're friends.
Yeah.
It was like gradual.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
gradual.
And what was your first impression? Did you know that you would be close friends? Like, what did you first think when you
I
saw
don't
Jasmine?
know. Because also it was at that point in uni where you meet so many people and you just think like, oh my God, this is like,
Yeah,
these are
ride
my
or die.
people.
Yeah.
These are my
Right.
people.
I found my tribe.
Yeah, no, exactly. Everyone else I met at that time, I do not speak to. I'm not even kidding.
I definitely remember thinking that you were cool because obviously like walks in tall, hot black women. Also at that time, yeah, I think my friendship group wasn't super diverse.
Real.
So I think that definitely made an impression. And it's always just been that you've always been someone who you have been always pushing like for your life. Like you're ambitious, but not in like a hustle culture way. Like you're very like values led, and you've always been like even like reaching out to me to do like some assisting, or like when I was looking for like a proper assistant, like you've always and like doing freelance stuff. Like I've really always, even though we've had so many different stages, what's been consistent is like you always want more for your life, and that's always what's I associate Zoe with, basically.
I feel like you mentioned before that this is the healthiest friendship that you've had. So I wondered in that, how do you support each other in the challenges that you face? Because we kind of started at the origin story. It's nice to see your dynamic. Like you can see that you guys are comfortable with each other, which is, it's just really nice. You can tell the energy's there. I want you to expand a little bit on why it's the healthiest friendship and how in that you support each other.
I think for me, Zoe was like the first, I would say Zoe's the first friend who I've met as an adult where it hasn't had any element of like being codependent. And I'm such a codependent babe. Like I love a codependent friendship. It just like fills me up. But obviously as I've gotten older, I've been like, that's not healthy. And even though we've both had like difficult times, like individually, I've never felt like I have to like step in to like fix you or save you. Like that part of me has never really been activated. And I think in the past, up until probably like recently, like last year, I always thought in those like healthy dynamics, I always felt like something was missing. And so I never would like foster those friendships as much because I thought like the codependent, really intense ones, like those felt good when they were going good. So that's where my priorities went. Do you know what I mean?
No,
But all that to
completely.
say that, yeah, I think it's definitely, we're our own individual people.
Yep.
And we support each other, like we'll listen to each other, like vent, ramble, see each other get stuck in like frustrating situations, but we're not like boundary crossing to each other, you know?
Yeah, I would agree. I feel like, yeah, that's something I appreciate about our friendship because I feel like I've always been introverted, but I'm really like a major yapper, so it's kind of confusing to people. But I've just like really realized recently that I just need a lot of space in friendships, and I'm like, I really like to do my own thing and like being alone most of the time. Yeah, like Jazz is probably my friend that I see the most frequently out of like everyone. And yeah, I don't know, as you said, I feel like we have such a, like, I don't feel expectations from you in a way. Although when I was looking at the questions, I was like, if there's anything that I would find challenging, just from my point of view, sometimes I feel like I'm not like giving enough. And as you mentioned, like the codependent friendship dynamic, I feel like I'm really not like, I don't always enjoy being around people all the time. So sometimes you'll be like, oh, like, do you want to come over? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm really sorry. Yeah.
But because of you, like, I
Yeah.
like, whereas in some friendships that would like trigger me, but
Yeah.
in a way
I
where
feel like it
I can now
triggers-
recognize as like
Yeah.
unhealthy. Whereas with you, like even like last week was it, I think, because we haven't seen each other since we went out like 2 weeks Halloween,
Yeah.
and then I think last week, and I got the sense that you were like quite overwhelmed with work.
Yes.
And then you were like, oh, I just don't want to do anything. So in my
Yeah.
head, I'm like, okay, Zoe's down, so maybe I should see her. So I'm like, do you want to come over and chill? And you're like, no. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. She just wants to be on her own.
Yeah.
Whereas with another friend, or maybe like you, I'd probably be a bit more. And then like, and not in a way where I'm now saying, oh, it's unhealthy. Like I think we have a very healthy friendship.
Yep.
But I think with you, I'd be like, okay, like Vanessa actually, I think, needs to get out the house. I'd probably be a little bit more pushy. But with you, we just have our like rhythm.
Yeah.
And we do a lot of like virtual, just like FaceTime or like virtual co-working where we'll just be on the screen and we'll like mute each other.
Yep.
And we'll just do our own thing.
Yep. Yep.
Which is like one of my favorite ways to hang out with people.
Same. Even just co-working in general, I feel like that's also how our friendship grew.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
you're also one of my friends that is very driven and like I'm trying to get shit done in my life and always also looking to the next thing. So it always has felt like we're kind of on the same wavelength. So co-working is always just so like enjoyable in that regard.
I like that you have a friendship, but also you're pushing each other in a professional context as well. What's one thing that you've learned from Jasmine, maybe in your like co-working virtual sessions?
Ooh, good question. I mean, I feel like when I was working at Bao, I learned a lot of stuff, or even just the idea of having like systems and processes for everything. That's really helped me, like, just as a freelancer with getting myself together. I feel like you introduced me to Trello. I still use Trello. I use Trello at work.
What have you learned?
Oh my God. In terms of like work, or what would you say?
It could be anything.
I think just in general, like I said, what I've learned with through Zoe is just you can have a close friendship without having to like be up in each other's space all the time. And I think that's something I would present as quite anxious in a lot of I'm like fearful avoidance. So the minute I feel like someone is like encroaching on my space, I'm like back off. But the minute I feel like someone's, you know, a bit more independent, like that can trigger a lot of feelings around like abandonment. And yeah, like with Zoe, it's very much taught me that like, and I think I even had some points of anxiety, maybe even like as recent as like the start of last year when I'd say that we probably started to become very close. And I was like, okay, but like we're not talking all day every day, and so like do I actually have like a best friend? Do you know what I mean? And I think that I'd get into these, maybe I should like push it and try. But then I've learned that like no, Zoe does have a lot of love for me, and that shows up in ways that are actually important. Like when I went to left to go back home to Bangkok for a few months, like Zoe was like, I want to take you to the airport, and you just like came with me to fucking Stansted or wherever I was flying from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, it's so rogue. Like, who goes with a friend to the airport on a trip you're not even going on? And I don't drive, so we're literally just like taking public transport there, and stuff like that is just like, yeah, been a way to show me that no, I do have people I can rely on, even though it's not like I'm in contact with someone every hour of every day. And that's been, really important, I think.
I feel like it's interesting. Almost feel the same way in terms of the like attachment. I still don't even know what mine is, because at this point I feel like I'm extremely avoidant with just
If you don't know what it is, you're probably an avoidant.
Yeah,
Avoidant.
Yeah, no, but I feel similar in that I definitely do need my own space. But the thing with you is, and also I do appreciate this as well, having like periods where we're like doing a lot of stuff together, or like seeing each other multiple times a week, or talking a lot. But then Miss Transatlantic Babe over here, she'll just disappear for like a few months, and I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, and obviously it makes sense, like when you're there, we don't chat as much. We still have like a FaceTime every now and then, which is cute. But yeah, I don't know, sometimes that makes me not sad, but it's like, I don't know, sometimes I get like a bit scared to spend a lot of time with someone if, I don't know, they're then gonna like disappear.
Yeah,
for a
fear of
while.
abandonment.
Yeah.
Oh, babes.
Yeah. Like, it's fine ultimately, because also whenever you come back, I'm like, okay, great.
Yeah.
You never left. It's fine. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do like my own space, but there definitely is an element of like, I don't know, if this person is so in my life all the time and they suddenly disappear, am I going to cope? Probably not.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I guess, is it the sense of like safety in independence, because
Yeah.
you can depend on yourself?
Exactly.
And it's like learning to like sort of like unclench your fists and lean on someone else.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're comfortable in leaning on each other, and it's taken a while for that to happen.
Yeah.
But with like consistency, you've been able to like trust each other's word and being like, I don't want to come to your house, but that's not because I don't love you. It's literally just because I don't want to come to your house right now. And then it's like over time you've built that like trust. You can do your own thing because I know that you love me, which is something that is like I don't know, I think it's like it's really admirable, and being so honest about like where you're standing. I wanted to ask you in relation to that, like how has this friendship and maybe other friendships, or just like the concept of friendships, help like change the way you navigate and show up in the world?
I mean, on like a general note, I feel like whenever we're going through difficult things, I feel like my primary issues in life right now are just career, and I'm like, what am I doing? I feel like Jazz is always my number one person to talk to about career advice. Or like whenever there are really stressful situations, she's just like, reality check, you are that girl. Like, cut all this fluff, don't worry. What you even talking about? So I feel like the advice Jazz gives me always helps me, like just navigate those difficult situations, to be honest.
Is there a particular challenge that you can pinpoint?
I feel like when it comes to, or definitely in the early days of freelancing, like negotiating my rates and stuff like that, I'd always be scared about it. And even just like language to use and stuff like that. And just, the general kick up the backside, like, don't you dare try and undersell yourself. Like, you're definitely worth this. And when I've been like working with difficult people, I feel like, I don't know, you should go like slightly.
We can keep it there.
Yeah.
Difficult people.
Difficult people just being like, wow, given everything that's happened, like, over this time, maybe you should consider, other things, moving on, like that kind of thing. And it's always just good to have like that advice, but from a person that is actually also driven and wanting to do things in life, rather than someone that is maybe trying to like preserve the current like relationship that you have with them, if that makes sense.
Like,
Yeah.
not
Or, like, from a selfish
sugarcoating.
Like
place.
it's self-interested.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they'll kind of tell you to do the thing that benefits them.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to actually like what
Would be best for me. Yeah.
I think on my side, like in general, I think friendships just, for me, have always been that grounding place. Like, I think when you've had difficult relationships with family or whatever, and you feel like you don't have, and again, like obviously, like I've got quite like an international background. I didn't grow up in the UK. Like, I don't have a home in the UK, and so friendships have been really like always been up here in terms of importance. Like for me, it's like friendships, romantic relationships, family. You're gonna get in trouble if I put a place, but you can imagine. Yeah, so I think that's why I've always been like things with friendships trigger me more than anything else. Like bad things can happen in work or in life, and when I sense turbulence in a close friendship, like that's what will really spin me out. That's when I go through like drinking loads or smoking loads and just like really just being like acting out in all the kind of like worst ways. But I think as the last couple years have unfolded and I've lent more into healthy friendships and friendships based on kind of like mutual respect and trust and not just wanting someone to feel like the hole inside of me, it's just allowed me to have that like sense of safety and like sense of home in the world. And I think even now I'm at a place where I love all my friends like so much. Like everyone who's in my life, genuinely, I've got nothing bad to say about any of them. Like they're all few, but because before I'd be so tied up that I'd like it was just so intense. Whereas now I feel so, I just like love every single friend that I have, and that's allowed me to like have more security in myself and also see myself through their eyes, because I'm like, okay, well, I respect like you guys like so much, and I think you guys are genuinely like the best, and I'm like, if you guys can look at me and see like and say that I have value, and it helps me to base my like self-talk on that and help me build self-respect through that lens, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, completely. I think it reminds me of the quote, how you're going to love someone if you can't love yourself. And I've always disagreed with that quote, because I feel like sometimes you need someone to show you and to love you, or to like see your worth, for you to then like reflect it back to yourself. And I guess that's what you're saying, is like within like community and within a sense of belonging and within, you know, a loving connection, you can actually cultivate that love for yourself, and that pushes you further. And sometimes you need someone to step in first.
I agree
Yeah.
so much, because I'm like, okay, I understand that, yes, your sense of self should not rely on external things completely, and external validation is like a very dangerous game to play. We all know that. But at the same time, even these things like affirmations and positive self-talk, I've known for years that scientifically these things, how you look in the mirror, tell yourself that you love yourself, and it will lead to like more positive thinking or being able to like snap yourself out of it quicker. I've known that, but I've never really been able to do it until this year. And it's because now I'm like, okay, well, if I have all these people who I respect so much and they can look at me and look me in the eyes, and I see how they have standards for the people in their lives, and if I make that standard, that's like the one shred I can take, 10% and use that to help like fuel that talk. And that's what I've like really found through my friendships this year.
Chosen family.
Yeah.
Real.
Chosen family.
Definitely.
Zoe, what's one thing that you're most proud of about Jazz?
Oof. Speak it into the mic so I can listen to this at night.
Most proud of. Can it be multiple?
It can be multiple things.
Okay. I
She said,
mean,
can it be multiple?
it's like multiple things, but all the same thing. Jazz's taste in friends is insane. Like, all the people in her life are just the coolest people. And that's also another thing that I've valued from the friendship as well. Like, people that I've met through her, I'm like, oh my God. What? But anyway,
I'm a community builder after all.
Well, exactly. But I feel like there was a point where you were comparing yourself a lot to other people in your friendship group, and you were like, oh my God, so and so is doing this, so and so is doing this, so and so is doing this, and I feel like you don't realize what you've actually done with Bao is very sick. Like, at the time that I started working for you and I was helping you out, like doing video on all of those events, like securing the brand partnerships with brands and even figuring out how to navigate that space completely on your own is actually kind of crazy. And not to like discredit what other people are doing, but I feel like this is a very specific kind of thing to do. I don't know, like in my case, I'm just like, not just, but I'm a videographer. That's a very, like, you shoot videos, you learn how to edit them. I feel like it's quite straightforward to figure out by yourself. Do you know what I mean? Whereas,
Hey, there's there's a lot of
Yeah,
skill in
I'm like,
that.
I don't know if I would agree with that.
yeah, no, I don't know. But do you know what I mean? I feel like
it's more
something like that.
very abstract.
Yeah,
like,
very abstract. And the fact that you're kind of doing it in real time. What's that? Someone's been saying this at work all week. Building the plane as you're flying it.
Oh,
basically.
I like that. phrase.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like you've been doing that really, really well.
Thanks.
And you
babe.
don't give yourself enough credit for that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Because even now, like at work, dealing with, or I'm starting to like do stuff with new clients. Like there's a way to like speak. I find that really hard. So
I
I'm
mean,
like, the fact that you've done it
Thank
is
you.
crazy.
I don't know if I'm good at that side of things. I feel like I'm very like what's called short trigger. Like I feel like to show up in the rooms and if they say something I don't like, I'm like, that's wrong.
Yeah.
And I think that's not how you're supposed to do like client stuff. But
Well,
I'll take the compliment.
No, you say that, but I don't know. I feel in some ways that makes you more assertive, or like you're not really a pushover. I don't know. Anyway, it's a skill, and you've secured multiple brand partnerships, so
Thanks, babe.
something's working.
And what's something that you're most proud of about Zoe's journey?
I think just like seeing the journey, because like I said, when Zoe and my like working relationship first started, it was very much you coming in and doing admin and our website management and stuff like that, and then just seeing how that's like developed, and then like I can't remember what the first thing you did with us was. Do you remember? Yeah, it was kind of like doing the assistant stuff, and then we brought you into, I think it was some brand event that we were doing.
I think it was like Size.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think Size.
Yeah.
We did the festival. So
Yep.
bringing you into that. And then people like discovering you through Babes on, like through the
Yep.
directory.
Yep.
And then like being like, okay, now you're doing things like independently but kind of through Bao. And then now it's like, you don't need us like at all. And you're out here like doing like red carpets, like chatting to the most insane people, like people recognizing you, like
Lol.
having your little secret handshake with the subway takes guy, like she was just telling me on the way in here, and that's just so amazing to see. And like Zoe just like, and now I'm like looking at Zoe and I'm like, Zoe, like teach me. I'm like, can I be your assistant? Can I come with you? Can I be a runner and like meet all these people, like find me a husband at like GQ Men of the Year, like please.
Yeah.
But obviously aside from like the selfish things that I want out, it is just so beautiful to like see someone's journey in like real time like that. And I'm like, in 5 years' time, there better be like a spare room at the house if in case.
No, there has to be.
Yeah.
That's on the to-do list.
Yeah.
Like exponentially.
Yeah, I'm just so excited to see like where the next few years will take Zoe, because I just know it's gonna be. Because how old are you?
I'm 27.
Yeah, and I'm like, to be doing all that by like 27 especially is just, by 30 I just think you're just gonna be like all the way up here, Not that age matters, but
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But also,
like
it doesn't matter. But I'm also like, right, next year I'm making this many bags.
it's because
Thank
we
you
want
very
early
much.
retirement. That's why age matters.
Yeah.
It's not
Oh,
about the
yes.
like achievement. It's just about like being able to like like live in the Caribbean at like 35. Yeah.
Quick fire round.
Cool.
So
I'll try
get
my
the
best.
brains.
I'll try my best.
The
Okay.
brain. Okay, let's set up for this.
Finish a sentence for each other.
Oh my god, I love this already. we got to win.
Okay. What are we winning?
I don't know, but we got to win.
Okay. Fine. Ready to win.
Whoever wants to answer the question first,
Oh.
just make a noise, whatever the noise is.
So it's against each other.
Well, you've made
Okay.
it competitive now, so I thought I'll add it in.
Fine. Game
Okay,
on.
Cool.
Finish the sentence for each other. You probably don't realize this, but
You're amazing.
Thanks. Oh, you probably don't realize this, but you're really hot.
oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like you're starting to know it now, but yeah.
Thanks, babe.
Yep.
One thing you want to thank your friend for right now.
Thank you for all the opportunities that you've given me.
Oh.
Just, yeah, random things in life. Like we're doing a 10K on Sunday together.
Oh. I was going to say for always showing up in ways that I wouldn't have expected, or like in ways that I wouldn't have even like imagined. So again, just going back to that airport example, and then you like wrote me like this amazing card that I opened when I got to Bangkok, and it was like so long and like detailed and stuff like that I just wouldn't ever think like from, if you ask me what being a good friend means, like I wouldn't say any of these things, and then Zoe just like surprises me in like the most like wholesome, like really like meaningful ways.
And the final question. One word for what the friendship has meant to you so far.
I would say for me the first word that popped into my head was stability.
I was gonna say stability.
Tea.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Ask the question again.
Yeah,
Ask the question
get
again.
nonchalant.
Okay. One word for what this friendship has meant for you. I'm going to count down to from 3 to 1, and then I want you to say
Let
the
me
word
think, let
together.
me think. Oof,
Okay,
what
yeah,
could
think
this
about
be?
it. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I think I've got one.
3, 2, 1.
Stability.
Oh!
wow.
I mean,
Was that good acting?
oh, child.
Terrible.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie.
No,
I could tell
terrible.
my face wasn't like giving
Yeah,
it up.
that's why I was like, why is there no
like,
reaction to us
oh,
saying the same thing?
Oh wow. Anyway, but
Damn.
true. Like genuinely, I swear on my life, that was exactly what I was thinking.
Oh.
Yeah, 100%.
I just want to thank you both for joining me. I think it's just been so like heartwarming to see your friendship, and also just like a massive insight into one of my friends and like another dynamic, which I don't know. I think it's been really inspiring to hear you being so transparent and open about what the friendship and the connection means to you. And I feel like it's, yeah, so enriching as well to think about how connection can like further support not just yourself, but the person who's in your life and the communities that we're surrounded in.
Absolutely.
Cute.
I'm like, next time we like dig up dirt now, I think, to balance it out. Because
Spill tea.
yeah.
I had a question.
Yeah.
Are you ever gonna be in this seat?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. Hey.
'Cause-
We should
yeah.
have all your friends interviewing
Yeah,
you.
literally, we'll all be there,
Oh my
and you'll be
God.
there by yourself.
Oh God, I'll be scared for that.
Imagine, so tell her, who's your favorite friend?
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be that would be a lot.
Ooh, sticky.
That's like my birthday. Everyone's tweaking.
You love it.
No, honestly, thank you, and I hope another 100 million years of friendship to you both.
Amen.
Oh, thank you, babe.
Amen.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Cute.